Hello everyone. When I think about learning something new, I don't think about perfection. I think about courage. Because every new beginning asks for courage. And when it comes to learning English, many people believe they need big books, expensive courses, or a perfect teacher. But today, I want to gently tell you something different, something simple, something real. I learned that sometimes the most powerful learning doesn't come from classrooms. It comes from commitment. And this is why I want to share a very simple routine with you. 3-step routine. No books, no teacher. Just you, your voice, and your willingness to grow. The first step is listening. Not complicated listening, not fast, difficult English, just soft, slow, daily listening. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you don't rush. You take your phone and you play a short English video. Maybe it's just 1 minute, maybe 2. And you don't try to understand everything, no. You just listen like you listen to music. For example, you hear a simple sentence, I am going to the market. You don't stop, you don't panic, you just listen again. I am going to the market. Slowly your ears begin to recognize the rhythm, the sound, the feeling of English. Because language is not just words. It is sound, it is an emotion, it is flowing. Even if you understand only one word, that is enough. Even if you only hear market, that is enough. Because today you are not chasing perfection, you are building familiarity. And you repeat this every day, while brushing your teeth, while sitting quietly, walking alone, just listening, no pressure. No stress, just connection. The second step is speaking. Now this is the part where most people feel fear. They say, what if I make a mistake? Let me tell you something very honestly. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. So you begin small, very small. You look around you and you speak what you see. This is a chair. This is my phone. I am sitting. I am drinking water. Simple sentences. No grammar rules, no overthinking, just an expression. Maybe you say, I'm drinking water, and that's okay. Because right now, your goal is not correct. And maybe your sentence is not perfect. Your goal is confidence. You stand in front of a mirror and you talk to yourself. Hello, how are you? I am fine. It may feel strange at first. You may laugh at yourself. Slowly, something changes. Your voice becomes stronger. Your hesitation becomes softer. And then you try a slightly bigger sentence. Today, I am feeling happy. I want to learn English. I will not give up. These are not just sentences. These are promises. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need anyone to listen because the most important listener is you. The third step is repeating and living. Learning English is not something you study. It is something you live. So you take the sentences you heard, the sentences you spoke, and you repeat them throughout your day. When you walk, you say, I am walking. When you eat, you say, I am eating food. When you feel tired, you say, I am tired, but I will try. You bring English into your life like a friend, like a companion. Day 1, you say, this is a book. Day 5, you say, this is my book. Day 10, you say, this is my favorite book. Day 20, you say, this is my favorite book because it makes me feel happy. You see the difference? Growth doesn't come from pressure, it comes from patience. I want to remind you of something very important. And slowly your mind starts thinking in English, not because you forced it, but because you allowed it. Let me give you a small example of how powerful this is. Your journey is your own. Don't compare your English with someone else's English. Don't feel small if someone speaks better than you, because you don't know their story and they don't know yours. Maybe they had a teacher, maybe they had resources, but you have something even more powerful, determination. And determination can take you anywhere. There will be days when you feel stuck, days when you feel like you are not improving, days when your words don't come out right. And on those days, don't quit. Sit quietly, take a deep breath, say, I am learning slowly but surely. Because progress is not always loud. Sometimes it is silent. Sometimes it is invisible. But it is always happening if you keep going. I want you to imagine something. Imagine one day you are speaking English without fear. You are expressing your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams. And people are listening to you, not because your English is perfect, but because your message is real. That day will come because of magic, but because of consistency. This 3-step routine is not difficult. It's simple, but simplicity requires discipline. Listening every day, speaking every day, repeating every day. No excuses. Even if it's just 10 minutes, give those 10 minutes with honesty. And remember, you don't need to be great to start. You just need to start to become great. There is a quiet power inside you, a voice that is waiting to be heard. English is just a tool. Your voice is the real strength. So don't hide it. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Try, even if you fail. Continue, even if it's slow, because one day you will look back and you will smile. You will realize that the person who was afraid to say hello is now confidently saying, I believe in myself. And that is not just learning English, that is transformation. So tonight, don't overthink, don't plan too much, just begin. Play a small video, listen, say a small sentence, speak, repeat it in your day, live it, and tomorrow, do it again. Because small steps taken every day create big change. And you are capable of that change. And as you continue this journey, something very gentle begins to happen inside you. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, but it is powerful. You start trusting yourself. At first, you were just listening to words. You started speaking small sentences. Now you begin to understand meaning, not just dictionary meaning, but emotional meaning. When you hear, I am proud of you, don't just translate it, you feel it. And this is the moment where learning becomes alive. You realize that English is not a subject, it is a bridge that connects you to the world, to people, to opportunities, and most importantly, to yourself. There was a time when you were afraid to speak even one sentence. You would hesitate, your heart would beat faster, your mind would go blank. But now, even if your sentences are simple, you speak them, and that matters. Because confidence is not about speaking perfectly, it is about speaking honestly. Let me take you a little deeper into this routine. When you listen, don't just hear the words, notice the pauses. For example, I am learning English. There is a rhythm, a softness, a flow. Try to copy that. Not like a robot, like a human being who is learning how to express. You can even pause the video and repeat. I am learning English. Again, I am learning English. Slowly, gently, clearly. And when you speak, add emotion. Don't just say, I am happy. Say it like you mean it. I am happy. Because language without emotion is empty. And you are not empty. You are full of stories, feelings, and dreams. Now let's bring more life into your daily practice. You wake up in the morning, and instead of checking your phone immediately, you say, good morning, today is a new day. You look outside and say, there is nice. Or maybe, it is hot today. You don't need big vocabulary, you just need presence. Even while eating, you can say, this food is delicious. Or I like this tea. And slowly, your environment becomes your classroom. No books, no teacher, but everything around you is teaching you. And here is something very important I want to share with you. Something people often ignore. Don't rush. When you rush, you create pressure. And pressure creates fear. You don't need to learn everything in 1 week or 1 month. Take your time. Even if you learn 1 sentence a day, that is 365 sentences in a year. And 365 sentences can change your life. See, consistency is more powerful than intensity. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once in a while. And I know sometimes you will feel bored. Sometimes you will feel like skipping. Sometimes you will say, not today, I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes another tomorrow. So even on your worst day, do something small. Listen for 1 minute.